I buy Stihl, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. So when you buy a Stihl product, they sell you on this warranty thing. I mean, it's part of the sale. Stihl is a pretty high priced item for what it is. Um, the equivalent saw for a Husqvarna is always half the cost. Like if you go buy a Husky 545 XP or 545, the equivalent Stihl is going to be twice the cost of that Husqvarna. They kind of sell you on the warranty though. They're like, it still comes with either a 2-year, or if you buy a 6-pack of this oil right now, you get a 5-year. Bumper to bumper is what they tell you. I've had some problems out of my Stihl. Nothing. It always runs good. But like shit, just weird shit breaking. Like I'm not really hard on my shit because I don't want to have to buy new shit. So I try to take care of it. It's dirty as hell right now because the last time I used it, I just put it away. I didn't clean it up. So I need to pull it all apart, clean it real good. But first the brake broke on it. The brake handle broke on it. I have no clue how it broke. I'm assuming, and this is the only thing I can come up with in my head, is that the case was shut on it. The saw wasn't sitting in there perfect. Hit the handle, broke it. So I asked them about that, and they're like, yeah, still ain't going to cover that, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I bought another handle. I put it on myself. So you fast forward. This is creepy right here. They got all the grave diggers are out there. I don't think they should have that shit in sight when they're having a grave. There's some females that can't take that shit. They didn't like stay out of sight until it's over. The people are still walking away from the funeral. But anyway, so, and I was like, well, fuck it. I got another handle and I tore it apart, put it together, put it on. So a few weeks later, I wasn't even torquing down on it. I mean, I was tightening them down, but like I was by no means leaning on it. I broke one of the studs off for the bar. So I only got new studs and I put them in because they said Stihl wasn't going to cover that either. So today, I noticed my handle was broke. The handlebar on it was broken 2 weeks ago. And I finally got around to going by the Stihl dealer today. I walked inside like, hey, I've had multiple problems out of this Stihl with shit being broke. Oh, the chain tensioner. So the chain tensioner rounded off, and I don't tighten my chains up at all. Like, they're not tight. I run them how they're supposed to be ran. It rounded off to where when you put brain fart, can't think of the name of the tool. Somebody's going to say it, some dumbass. When I put it in there to turn it, it was rounded off so it would jump up out of it. Even if you like push down super hard and try to turn it, it didn't want to work right. So I replaced the chain tensioner. So now the handlebar's broke on it. I have no fucking clue how it got broke. Zero clue. Don't remember it being broke the last time I used it. So I stopped by there and I'm like, hey, are you going to, is this under warranty? They're like, no, still ain't going to cover that. I'm like, what the fuck does Stihl cover? Like, why do you guys sell this warranty if they don't cover shit? And like, well, okay, the only thing they cover is, well, they say materials and craftsmanship. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Or like internal parts. I'm like, oh, so I got to blow it up. And they'll cover that. They won't cover all this other shit breaking mysteriously. Just with the parts alone that I bought, I mean, you figure just, let's call it, I think, average amount of $30 a piece. I done bought a $700 saw, $600 saw, whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. And now I'm buying all these parts for it. I could have bought 2 Husqvarnas, and they probably still would have ran fine. And if they didn't, Husky probably would have taken care of it. Actually, they would have taken care of it because if it was in the first 90 days, I could have just took it back to Lowe's and be like, hey, your shit's fucked up. Give me another one. They probably would have. So I'm not buying any more Stihl shit. I have a Stihl. I got a Stihl weed eater. I have a Stihl pole saw and a Stihl chainsaw. I'm not buying no more Stihl shit. If they sell you this warranty, like literally, I remember the dude telling me it was bumper to bumper because I always ask about warranties. Because I'm hard on shit. Not I'm hard on shit I don't take care of shit. I'm hard on shit I make it do what it's supposed to do. And I remember him saying, oh, it's bumper to bumper. I'm like, yeah, cool. This is going to be nice. I ain't going to buy no parts for this thing for 5 years because I bought that extra 6-pack of oil. Yeah, no. Not happening. Not happening. They don't cover shit unless it blows up. Oh man, that's shitty. Dude got a big old, I got a blast cabinet up there in the scrap bin. Oh, how unfortunate. So I am going to go away from Stihl. I got to get a bigger husky saw. Big husky. I keep saying husky. Big husky on it. I got to get a bigger saw. So I think I'm going to. I don't know. I don't know. I thought about going with those. What are they called? Farmall? It's not the Farmall. I keep saying Farmall. It's the knockoff version of Stihl. It's like half the price of a Stihl. Supposedly, I got a buddy that is a logger in Ohio, and he said that's all he runs. Is those knockoff Stihl saws. He said he runs the shit out of them, and they blow up. You fucking buy new parts for them at half the cost. You rebuild them, or you build your own saw. He builds his own though. He said he buys all the parts and builds them, and it's even cheaper than buying like the put together saw. That's what you see on Facebook and shit when people are selling those knockoff Stihls, the blue and white ones. That's what they do. They buy them all from all the parts from that place. They put them together and then sell them to you. When you can do the same thing and save the money for doing it. So that's probably what I'm going to wind up doing. That don't mean like a 50cc saw or some 52cc saw, whatever that equates to. I don't know now because they have so many different names. Stihl has so many freaking chainsaws. You think by now they would have got it right and just stuck with it. I mean, they have all the AV line, the O line, the MS line. You know what I mean? Like quirks. And they all have their quirks. Where like the old AVs, they all the handles used to break on them all the time. Where the rubber mounts are on the handles. I got two of them in my house. Don't use either one of them because they're kind of junk. They're actually a bigger saw than my 291, which is actually a small saw. It's not meant to do what I need it to do. That's why I don't really use it. I've kind of chilled out on using it because I don't want to. I'm hard on it. I got a 20-inch bar on it, and I use all 20 inches of it. So I got to get a bigger saw, but it ain't going to be a Stihl. I might get a Stihl knockoff. Not going to be a Stihl though. If I'm going to get fucked, I'm going to walk into it knowing I'm getting fucked. I like knowing I'm about to get fucked, so I can prepare to get fucked. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? We are on our way now to a job I was supposed to be at 11 o'clock this morning. Yeah, I know, it's 3 o'clock. I know. Trust me, I know. I got to. It don't really matter, though. I'm kind of on my own time up here. I can go in when I want. So, that shit. Sorry, Tyler, fucking here. You're probably going to hear me. I don't know where my microphone went. No clue. It just disappeared. Just vanished. Poof, gone. If you can't hear me yak, just tell me and I'll yak louder. If you still can't hear me, hit the go button. Go watch Tatum or some shit. But what's your experiences with Stihl? I can't read right now because I'm driving and I have my phone turned way down. But I'm just curious what other people's experience with Stihls. People will like Stihls. I've heard some bad shit about Stihl. Nothing about the warranties though. But I have never heard anything bad about the Husqvarna saws. Just saying. I'm actually about to buy a little one off of a cone. He moves. He's got a little husky. He's going to sell me. It's a small one. I forget which one it is. I want to say it's like a 171. It's a small one. It's a lemon saw, not lemon, lemming. Because between my pelvis and my back, hold the big old saws over lemon. That shit sucks. Barricade Ray, he's got a 545. That's not the XP though. And I guess he likes it. I don't know. But that 545 was $600. If you go buy the equivalent to a 545, it's over $1,000. I don't see where that value's at there. I don't see the extra. I don't see where that money's at. Look, we're in swampland down here. Probably can't see, but I showed you anyway. I just don't see where the value is in spending, or where the extra money's at in the Stihl, other than the name. I think you're really just buying the name at this point. I've had with my Stihl saw. Like I said, I'm not hard on shit. It don't get stuck in trees. I don't start jerking on the handlebar and none of that shit. That's what the dude said to me. Oh, Joe, get just stuck in the tree and start jerking on the handlebar. I was like, no, I didn't try pulling it out of the tree. I'm not a total retard. Hashtag Amaya's a retard. That's my niece, by the way. That's my flaming liberal 16-year-old niece that can't stand words like fag, retard, dyke. All the words I'm going to try to use every time I go over there from now on. Yeah, I know. It's childish. I know. Nick, you're being childish. She's only 16 years old. Fuck that little bitch. If her mom and dad won't check her ass, I will. And then I'll check their bitch asses too. Hey, like them apples. Put. That's where I gotta go. Yeah, I do got some nice shit over there. That passed it up. Look, there's a post office way out here in the middle of nowhere. Take that. Can you guys see the? I know my dashboard's a mess. Don't remind me. You guys see the train over there in the people's yard? They got like 4 cabooses and then a couple train cars over there. I think it's 5 cabooses actually, and then the last one's got some kind of farm machinery on it. And they're all on rails. It's on a big rail over there. I'll see if you guys can. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's pretty cool though. I think it is anyway. Imagine how much it costs to buy that shit and have it moved here and set on the rails. Like, I don't know what they're doing here. I think they're like trying to set up something. I don't know. Look, it's got like a little train station there and shit. Is that cool? Little bus back there. I think shit like that's neat. I'm like a retard for old shit though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? We're taking Miss Althea. Her name's Althea. All the day, Althea. Her mom said, she told me that her mother said it took her all day to have her, so she named her All the Day and took out one L and something else, Althea, A-L-T-H-E-D-A. Took out one L and the Y. These people have been working on this house for a while too. Look how weathered all the wood is. They started working on it again. I don't know why they're doing it that way though. Guess maybe they, I don't know what happened. I thought it was cool. That's for a while, that's how the only way I could remember her name, because I couldn't pronounce it. I'd say Athelda, I'd say all kinds of shit. Althea. Older lady, she's 86, I believe. Yeah, 80 something. So, you know, she has a cousin that I think is really trying to fuck her. So I try to talk her out of doing shit to her home that does not need to be fucking done. Because she's getting ready to move to Florida and give the house to who? Her cousin. She'll let her cousin stay there. So her cousin's trying to get the house right. Her cousin's probably 60. But it's weird because they're only over here, it seems to me, and I don't know the whole story. It seems to me like when they want something, they're over here because Althea, you know, she's 86. She don't want to be, she her head, but she just can't get around that well. She falls every now and then. She fell a couple weeks ago. So I'm home. I'll get a fresh start in the morning because today's already fucked up. That's how you do that. Well, when the day just don't start off good, just change it up and go do something else. And it kind of is, you know, this is what it is. So, but we'll have this place hopefully have all the siding on it tomorrow, and then run forest, and then so I can I don't know what you would call them, so I'm not going to say it. You got to put all the shit in I need to make the inside look pretty. So this is the 4th time YouTube told me I was live, and I think they're lying. I got to go there in a second. I'll be in her place. But I see it all the time down here where think that they're going to inherit these homes from their family members, so that and it aggravates me to no end. No, you're a dipshit bitch. Get out of the way. On the wrong way on one-way street. But I see it constantly down here. I tell these people, like, you don't need to do this. This lady's getting ready to move to Florida. She's doing all this shit to this house because it's what her niece wants. I just made a fucking sunroom out of the back of the porch. Now I'm making a sunroom out of the front porch too. The sun only comes up from the east to west. You can't even. They want to sit out on the back porch in the morning and sit on the front porch, or vice versa. They want to sit on the front porch in the morning and sit on the back porch at night to drink their coffee. That's why I'm the ones fucking what they want done. I try to explain to her what they want the shit done. But you know that people just think their family member loves them and they're all for them and shit. And if you haven't seen what's going on right up church, you should look at that shit because it's fucked up what they're doing with that kid. All right, I gotta go. You guys have a good day and stay.